camera the whole time?
Yep. Hello everybody, C-Man235 with someone. And he looks away. This okay, this is gonna be awkward. So please don't kick that. I don't want the camera to fall and break.
What thing?
The bed. Anyway, I don't have a stand for this thing. Anyway, this is Zach. He was in the episode 1 movie commentary, which I uploaded and no one saw.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't like that movie. The thing about it is Jar Jar.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Don't kid yourself. Anyway, I've been actually talking about this for a little while now, not that anyone gives a shit. So I figured I would, I would record it now since I finally got him over here. With that said, Super Smash Brothers. Welcome to the Super Smash Brothers Retrospective. I'm going to be splitting this up into a couple of parts, just so I don't have to edit as much, and just so I can upload like one piece at a time, so it's not as much of a hassle. And the battery's almost dead, so we'll make the first part quick.
Good.
If we have to, we'll record this at a later time.
Today we're going to be going over the retro gaming series called Super Smash Brothers.
Retro? Are you sure it's retro?
But it's called Retrospective.
Okay, whatever. Anyway,
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, Zach, would you share your personal history with Super Smash Brothers? How did you get introduced to it?
Elementary school, you and Lucas were talking about it, some other people, and I also, my first Smash Brothers experience was I played Brawl, and I played through Subspace Emissary, but I didn't own the game. I just was basically one of the people let me go and somebody just let me go and part of the Wii for a day and play the game play that, and yeah, but it's not the first one I owned. The first one I owned was Melee, which is a lot better. Okay, no, not really, but I still like it better though.
It's debatable. It's debatable. Brawl has content, Melee has...
Melee I put the most hours in. I mean,
put the most hours into it.
Yeah, I like in Brawl I don't even have 500 trophies in the game, honestly.
Well, I don't either, and I've been playing Brawl for years. I've been playing Brawl for years, so now I have every trophy. Anyway, my first experience with Super Smash Brothers obviously was with Brawl. Maybe I'm a bit biased, that's why I prefer Brawl over Melee. We'll get into the reasons when we get to Melee.
Tripping sucks.
Tripping does suck, I will agree with that.
I was tripping so much when I was playing boss battles last night.
Okay, I didn't trip in boss battles, but... Super Smash Bros. Brawl, I first played it, my first time playing it, I heard you guys talking about it, and we joined this weird Super Smash Bros. Club in elementary school, made by a group of kids that I don't remember them anymore. But it was like in, what was it, like 5th grade, I think?
Smash was cocaine back then.
No, the Pokemon trading card games were cocaine in elementary school. And Yu-Gi-Oh cards were also cocaine. But in terms of how it was introduced, that's how I knew about it, and I heard Sonic was in it. And because I heard Sonic was in it, I decided, okay, well, I guess I'll get it. And, I saw a bit of footage on YouTube, so I picked up the game. I rented it at first. It was a rental game for me, and I absolutely sucked when I started. I didn't really know what I was doing. But once I knew what to do, I played the ever-living shit out of it on someone else's Wii, and then I played it on someone else's Wii, and then finally, I think the year after it came out, I got my own Wii, and I had my copy of the game, around Thanksgiving, because it was an early Christmas present, and I didn't even have the Wii to play it on, so... but that was my first Wii game, and, when my mother wasn't stealing the Wii just so she could play Wii Sports... We were playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Well, I was anyway. I know he was every now and then. But
I played it early on in the game, but yeah. I then stopped with it because other games such as lovely virtual console games, like I got into the Mega Man series, and also Super Mario Galaxy I played. I was underwhelmed by the difficulty of the game though.
So you kind of just put it down.
But I liked Galaxy
Enough.
still. I like Galaxy. It was a really great game.
And this isn't about Galaxy though. So back to Super Smash Bros.
Oh wait, I forgot to tell you something. My first experience actually wasn't that. I've seen it I've seen Smash Melee in action, like, before I saw Brawl. I saw that, like, a while before I saw Brawl. Like, when I was over, like, one of my cousins, the cousins on my mom's side of the family, I think it was. And I saw the intro of that game.
Yeah, the intro is pretty amazing. It's the best intro in the series, not that that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Not like that's hard
Melee's
to do.
intro was pretty much a disappointment.
Melee's intro was a disappointment?
No, the latest one.
Oh, yeah, Smash Bros.
But at least the promotional trailers were
Yeah,
great.
but anyway, after I got my own Wii, I played the shit out of it with my friends, and, eventually I picked up Melee and 64. I think I picked up 64, and then I got Melee like a year afterwards, a year before Smash 4 came out.
The most experience I've had with 64 is when I went over to my cousins usually, and I eventually got on the virtual console, but they would play it there, and my cousin, Mike, and he played as Pikachu, like
The most broken character in the game, quote unquote.
Yes, and it was on Saffron City, I remember.
Saffron City, one of the best Pokemon stages in the entire series. Anyway, with that, I think we should segue into Super Smash Brothers. What time are we at? 6 minutes? We're not going to be talking for Smash 64 for very long, so...
Because Cody hates that game. It's not as good as Brawl.
I don't hate Super Smash Bros. 64.
You say that you shouldn't, there's no reason to go back to it. I think there is. Sure, it's
historical significance, but that's about it.
No, I think
it's like going back to Generation 1 of Pokemon. You don't really... Like, with Super Mario Brothers, there is a reason to go back to that, because it's, like, one of the first video games that brought the video game out of its, the video game crash.
Cody's gaming history.
Yeah, my gaming history is fucked up.
He's never played... How much have you played the first Super Mario Brothers game?
Enough. I haven't beaten it. One day I'll beat it, not now. Not now.
You need to beat the whole entire trilogy, and that includes also the Japanese version.
No, I'm not playing Lost Levels.
What if I go out and beat it then first?
Good for you. You're fucking insane. Anyway, back to Super Smash Bros. 64. I guess I'll go over my thoughts first. Smash 64 was a really fun time. I first got it on the Virtual Console, and when I first played it, I was so used to Brawl and even used to Melee at that point, because I had played Melee before then a little bit, and I absolutely sucked. I forgot I didn't know there was no side smash. Yeah, well, besides that,
skill mattered.
To be fair,
except there was no Final Destination.
Yeah, still mattered in Smash. I thought it was just spamming the Falcon Punch.
Exactly.
And Thunder. And Donkey Kong Down B and Fox's Blaster. Anyway, Fox's Blaster is pretty ridiculous in Smash 64.
Wait, it is? I thought that it's
probably
Is it like Falco's?
No, it's worse.
Oh, so
it actually makes you flinch. It actually makes you flinch.
Yeah, you mean like Falco's does?
No, it really makes you flinch, and it's like a huge laser that can do massive damage. Like. So,
but Fox,
it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, but at least they nerfed that in favor of something even worse.
Meta Knight?
In Melee.
Fox only, Final Destination, no items?
No, it's no items. Final...
You get what I mean.
Yes.
Anyway, Smash 64, sorry for jumping around here, folks. Smash 64 is a fun game. I played it on the
flaws, but it's like it has some bare bones stuff in it. It doesn't have nearly content.
I wasn't used to the control. The control still feels a bit stiff when you play Super Smash Brothers, just a little bit. I mean, it's good for fighting, but not so much for...
Let me segue into control. I was talking about the content.
Well, we'll talk about the content in a moment, gosh. It's not like there's much to go over with the content.
I know, all rules.
But the controls, to me, feel a little stiff. They're great for fighting, not so much for platforming, which is why I'm not really a huge fan of both the platforms.
It's not that bad.
Though, It's not that bad, but I still feel I like Break the Targets better. Though I'm
It's better to
surprised they
break the
didn't.
targets in Brawl.
True. I'm surprised they didn't bring it back in future games. Specifically Brawl, especially because that has very floating control, and it's actually okay for platforming in that one. So I'm surprised they didn't bring it back in future games. But Smash 64 is still a fun game. To me, there's really no reason to go back to it unless you want to see how the series began. Because Melee, Brawl, 3DS, and Wii U are better.
Yeah, I have some nostalgia for that game. Like, sure, I played it after Brawl and Melee, but I have some nostalgia of playing it over the cousins, and I'm all going crazy about it.
I played it on the original N64 before.
Yeah, I have.
The N64,
Yeah.
not the best controller for me for Smash.
Well, it's not the best controller in period.
Yeah.
No,
Especially
no.
if you're playing Mario Party.
Maybe that's why it didn't sell as well as the PlayStation.
Maybe that's why it broke whenever you spun the analog stick around, because Mario Party.
And they had to give out gloves. These people just...
Anyway, now we can talk about the content, unless you have anything to say.
The content,
Like if
it's
you have,
so bare bones. I'm pretty sure it's the first Smash Brothers I 100%ed, so yeah, it's bare bones.
I'm 100%ing it too, and that's not much of a challenge.
Yeah.
It's about as much of a challenge as 100%ing Sonic R. But maybe the only one that really gave me trouble was Ness because I had to get used to the control. But once I got used to it and I played as Samus, I can do it no problem now. So
What gave you trouble with Ness?
I just had to get used to the control. Because the way you unlock Ness is you have to beat Classic Mode with free stock on normal. And that gave me a bit of trouble only because, I wasn't used to the control at that
Yeah,
point. But now with Samus, I can do it pretty well.
Yeah, I've beaten on Classic Mode on very hard difficulty for it. It's not too bad. Really.
Unless your name is Metal Mario, who isn't too bright, takes a lot of punishment.
It's not that bad.
He's the hardest metal fight in the series.
Yeah, but that's not really saying much, is it?
Yeah.
Because then they just have them random. Oh yeah, how about Metal? Little Matt, how you like him?
That's random, so
I love that idea.
We'll get to Smash 4. But Smash 64, I didn't really like how the one-player mode was the same thing every single time. It just... And there was only 2 mini-games, and so... And the one-player mode is just the same thing. It's like, after you get everything, there's really no reason to go back. Is there anything else we really need to say about Smash 64?
It had better break the targets than Brawl.
Well, yeah, I would give it that, yeah. I think that's about it with Smash 64.
Well, there's also character roster.
Yeah, all 12 characters.
Yeah, but there was...
I guess before we
There was
end, we should go
more.
over our mains.
No, what about who was originally going to be there? Some of the characters who were...
Well, this is a retrospective. This isn't about who was going to be in it. I can save that for like another video if I want to do it. Yuri of Winds, if you want to check out his videos, Gaming Mystery. He's done a Gaming Mystery on all 3 Smash games before Smash 4.
Yeah, I don't know who it is exactly. Probably it's between Mario is one of them because I didn't really play 64 that often, really.
And my main was Captain Falcon.
It was probably between Mario, definitely not Link, or...
I actually do kind of like Link in Smash 64, even though his recovery sucks ass.
I'm trying
But
to
he
think
can
of who
combo
my
really
other
well.
characters were. Like, I think I would play as Captain Falcon sometimes. He's pretty good.
Yeah, it's the most broken incarnation of him because his Falcon Punch is probably the most. It's the best single special in the game.
Yeah, but it takes time to wind up.
Not that much time in 64. Yes, in Melee and Brawl it takes time, but
True.
not for 64. It's like Falcon Punch, and that's how fast it goes. It's ridiculous. So, but yeah, that's really all we have to say. So I'll see you in the second part where we talk about Melee.
Which is superior.